What's going on there, YouTube? And welcome to Fresh Comic Stories. Guys, this is the channel where we basically sit down and cover different kinds of comic book stories. Now, guys, today we are going to jump over to Marvel Comics and continue our coverage over the Ultimate Marvel Universe. And guys, we're going to cover the first half of Ultimate Power because Ultimate Power is a 9-part storyline. And honestly, it shouldn't have been that long. But anyways, we're going to cover the first 4 chapters of this storyline. So guys, please hit that like button down below and also subscribe for more comic book stories like this in the near future. Also, any suggestions on books I should read? Well guys, please let me know in the comments below. But guys, let's dive into Ultimate Power, the first 4 chapters of this crazy storyline. I do hope you enjoy. We start off today's story with the Ultimate Fantastic Four fighting against the Serpent Squad. Now, this is the first appearance of the Ultimate version of the Serpent Squad. Just like their main Marvel Universe counterpart, they are a group of people with snake themes going around. The big difference about this group from the Ultimate Marvel Universe to the main Marvel Universe is that this group is all women, which is honestly not a big deal, but that seems to be the only big difference between them. And we don't see them again until a very long time because they're hardly ever seen in Ultimate Marvel comics. But getting back to this event, you have the Fantastic Four there fighting against the Serpent Squad, where we come to find out that the reason why they are fighting is because the Serpent Squad is attacking this building called Project Pegasus, because apparently this group of people have taken the Serpent Crown. Now, we don't get the chance to learn much about this Serpent Crown because it does not matter. What really matters about this fight is that a piece of Ben Grimm, aka the Thing, falls off. And so with that happening, you have the Fantastic Four wrap everything up and try to get back to Reed's lab because this could mean something new about Ben Grimm. Now, this piece falling off Ben Grimm makes Reed go to his lab to see what is happening to Ben Grimm, which ties into the concept of Reed feeling bad for Ben, because ever since the beginning of them being the Fantastic Four, you had Reed promise Ben that he would find a way to cure him, that it would be his main goal, but Reed has not been able to do it yet, and so it begins to piss him off a lot to the point where he wants to quit. But then he gets an idea, which him looking at other dimensions that are around the Ultimate Marvel Universe. So you have him go talk to Nick Fury, Carol Danvers, and other people hoping that they will give him $22 million to build these drones to send out to each dimension from the end zone to the Z-Zone, because these are dimensions that lay on top and bottom of the Ultimate Marvel Universe. Each drone will gather information about each universe. Now, Nick Fury knows what Reed is planning to do with these drones, hoping to find a way to cure Ben Grimm, so he tells him no, which then you have Carol and the other people in the room agree that this is a bad idea, since a lot of things had happened in the past year with a lot of different events. Possibly they should hold off of doing anything this big for a little while. Now, Reed does not listen to what the group of people even said. You have Reed go into his lab, makes many different drones as he can, and sends them out into the different dimensions that are laying on top and bottom of the Ultimate Marvel Universe. Now, while the Ultimate Fantastic Four are hanging out around the Baxter building, while they are hanging out and minding their business, you have someone attack the Baxter building and rip the roof right open, which we come to find out it is the Squadron Supreme. Now, this is not the original Squadron Supreme. This is the second incarnation of the team. This group is from Earth 31916, where the original one most people know of is from Earth 712. But back in the year 2003, Marvel came out with this group in their own solo series, Supreme Power #1. It was a chance to see if they can get fans interested into this new team. Now you have them fighting against the Fantastic Four, but we learned that they are unable to speak English. And so right now, the Fantastic Four cannot ask why they are attacking them for. Now this fight is in the middle of New York at the Baxter Building. And so you have Spider-Man and Kitty Pryde showed up. And since this story takes place where they are still dating, this does kind of make sense why they're still hanging out, because they are still dating. And so you have them join the battle to help the Fantastic Four out in this fight against the Squadron Supreme. Now, after a few pages of these two sides fighting against each other, you have the Squadron Supreme start to get their voice back and are able to speak English again, which we learn when you travel between Earths, it takes time for your body to get used to this new Earth. But anyways, you have the Ultimates join in the battle. Now this story takes place after Ultimates 2, where the Ultimates left S.H.I.E.L.D. But seems like Brian Michael Bendis forgot that, and so they still work for S.H.I.E.L.D. apparently. Now you have the X-Men also show up because Kitty Pryde called them to help out, but we do not get the chance to see them fight as well. Instead, what we get to see is Hyperion tell everyone that Reed Richards is in trouble for destroying their Earth, which Reed is at first like it couldn't be him at all. He has been in the Baxter Building this whole time. That is when you have Hyperion show one of the drones Reed Richards made and says the device is the reason for his Earth destruction. Now we get to see what actually happened with the Squadron Supreme universe by seeing that the president and his staff was just chilling in their White House. But then they get all these different calls from across the nation that some form of organism is growing across the nation, which this organism is swallowing the Earth at a very fast rate. But you have the American government send Hyperion to go find the source of this organism, which there is a high power surge coming from one spot, which when he gets closer to the source, his powers start to go away, because the source of this organism is sending out a high level of radiation. But when he is finally able to get to the source, he finds the drone that Reed Richards sent to this universe, which you have Hyperion take it back to their base, where it does play a message that it was made by Reed Richards about how the drone was made to gather information. And so with that being played, it tells them that thanks to Reed sending his drone to this world, it somehow brought an organism to their Earth, and it will grow in size all over the whole planet. Now, jumping back to the present day, we pick up with Hyperion and the rest of the Squadron Supreme talking to the superhero community how Reed must come back and try to save their world. But after he saves the world, he has to go on trial for basically causing the destruction of their planet. Now, of course, you have the other superheroes trying to stop this from happening, but Reed tells everyone to stop fighting so he can leave and fix the mistake he made in this other world. Now you have Nick Fury tell everyone to stand down and let them take Reed, which Reed does go. But after Reed leaves, you have Nick Fury basically say he has a game plan to go save Reed from this other world. Now you have Nick Fury and the superheroes try to think of a game plan on how they are going to get to Earth 31916, which they don't have the equipment to travel to a different Earth, since Reed Tech has been destroyed with the part of the Baxter Building that was wiped out. Then you have Spider-Man come up with a game plan. That plan is to use Thor to travel across to a different Earth, since he is able to travel to Asgard and other realms. And so you have all of the superheroes, which right now the X-Men, Spider-Man, the Ultimates, and the rest of the Fantastic Four get on the helicarrier to get to the other world to bring Reed Richards back to the Ultimate Marvel Universe. Now we pick up with Reed Richards at the other Earth already working on trying to fix his mistake, which we learn that the drone he sent must have picked up some organism. But while the drone was traveling through the different dimensions, the energy from those dimensions made it evolve to the form it is in right now, where it is swallowing the planet at a very fast rate and already killed 10 million people. Now we do get introduced to Emil Burbank, and he's supposed to be the smartest scientist on this planet, but he was unable to figure out how to defeat this organism. But he makes fun of Reed for being responsible for the destruction of this planet. Now we pick up with Kitty Pryde right now walking through the helicarrier as it travels to get to the other Earth. But while she is looking around the helicarrier, she is trying to find Nick Fury. But she walks into a room where he is talking to someone. But we do not get the chance to see the person Nick Fury is talking to at all, because he catches Kitty Pryde and takes her back to a different part of the helicarrier. But before she is able to sneak away to go back and see what he was hiding in that room, the heroes arrive to the other Earth. And when they arrived, you have Hyperion there greeting the heroes, getting ready to fight against Thor. And guys, we are going to end today's video right here, because when it comes to Ultimate Power, it's a 9-part storyline. And guys, we just covered the first 4 chapters. And so in the next video, we are going to cover the next 5 chapters of this storyline. So guys, please leave me a like down below and also subscribe for more comic book stories in the near future. Also, any suggestions on books I should read? Well, please let me know in the comments below, because you never know, your suggestion could be a future video down the road. But guys, I will see you on the next comic book video. Later, guys.